Hi everybody, my name is Adrienne. I am a first semester nursing student and I'm here to talk about my nursing journey, where I started, where I am, and where I hope to go. So please stay tuned.
Keep it 100.
So my nursing journey started when I was about 9 years old. I lived with my grandparents most of my life, and my grandmother had a massive stroke. It paralyzed her on one side of her body. And like a good man, my grandfather decided to bring her home and we would take care of her at home. So for me as a young child, that meant helping him out. I helped with giving her medicine, her exercises, just overall helping her well-being, helping her eat. And I got to see a lot of nurses during this time. I got to see CNAs come and help her get cleaned up and take a bath. I got to see physical therapists come and help her with exercise. I got to see nurses come and just do an overall assessment and check on her. And it's a career that I always look and hope to be in. It's one of those careers that I think for a long time I was afraid to go towards, and afraid that I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't good enough. It wasn't for me, which honestly it is. It's my dream. And that was a big part of me stepping up and going to school after a 10-year break and starting my prerequisites. So I started school at a community college in 2019. I was working full time, just in retail and in storage, and I made pretty good money, but it wasn't my dream. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I always wanted to do nursing ever since I was younger. Ever since I got to meet those nurses and were inspired by them, I knew I wanted to become a nurse. It's something I have passion in. It's something that I really wanted, but like I said before, I was always scared to do. So when I finally started to enroll in school 10 years later, I didn't know what to expect. I haven't been in school, haven't touched up, I haven't did anything. And the first thing they wanted me to do was take a TSI exam, which is basically an entrance exam to see where your math and your reading and your language arts skills are. And I was like, I haven't done math in 10 years. Your basic adding, subtracting, dividing. But it was a lot more algebra focused, which I was very good at algebra in high school, but 10 years out of the game, not anymore. So I actually had to teach myself. I went to Khan Academy and literally looked tutorial by tutorial and retaught myself basic algebra and geometry and things I needed to pass. The reading and the language arts is basic. You know how to read, you know proper punctuation, cool. And once passing that, I started classes. I started with 2 classes. I was working full time and didn't want to take on a full load. But those 2 classes proved to be harder than I thought. I took English in the first class that people take when they get into school. And it was just getting used to taking the time to do homework instead of working a full day, going home and relaxing. I had to write essays, I had to read, I had to study, and I wasn't used to that for 10 years. But eventually I got in a groove. The next semester I took a few more classes, 2 more, and I didn't do as well as I wanted. I made C's. I made C's in English. I made a C in psychology the next semester, and then I also dropped a few courses just because it was so much. But it was because I really didn't have my schedule down pat. I really didn't have how I was gonna work full time and make it through school. So that was the first thing I needed to figure out. You know, I was still kind of in, hey, I want to party, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it took me getting out of my comfort zone and actually moving. I actually moved to Dallas just to have a new environment, be closer to my best friend, and just start a new journey. And then when I was in Dallas, I started school full-time while working. It was a better place while I was in school because I didn't have as many distractions. And I ran with it. I started doing well. I started taking more time and just locking myself in my room and doing homework, studying, reading, and taking tests. And I ended up doing very well. I ended up with a 4.0 for most of my community college. I had one semester where I took all my maths and all my sciences pretty much, and I still did pretty good. I think I ended up with 3 B's and an A. And my overall GPA was 3.7. And then it was time to start applying for nursing schools. And you have to take entrance exams. So there's 2 types of exams, the HESI and the TEAS. HESI is extremely easier than the TEAS, I would say. I did score well in both of them. I made 80s in both tests, and it was time to apply. So in total, I applied to 6 different schools. I applied to one school twice, which was University of Texas Physics in Houston. I applied to University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston. I applied to Texas A&M Commerce. I applied to Texas Women's University. I also applied to University of Texas Arlington. So I applied to quite a few just to give myself the best chances of getting in. And I really didn't realize how competitive it was. Even with the 3.7 and entrance exam scores in the 80s, I started receiving rejection letters, and it hit me hard. It was almost one after another. So UT Physics rejected me, TWU rejected me, and I landed on the wait list for University of Texas Medical Branch, which is UTMB. And then I got a rejection from Texas A&M Commerce. Around June of this year, I was in the mall with my best friend, and I think I was in a Morphe store buying makeup, and there was this now hire. So I was like, well, I can work part-time and I can do makeup here because I love makeup. It's one of my passions. So I went, and it says, we're gonna send you an email after I clicked the QR code. And when I went to my email, I seen an email from Utmb, and it said I was accepted. I was off the wait list and that I was accepted. I pretty much screamed. And I know people were looking at me like I was crazy. My best friend was looking at me like I was crazy. He was looking at me like, what the hell is going on with you, girl? Like, what is going on? Like, I just got into nursing school. Like, I just got into nursing school. It was one of the happiest moments in my life. As far as future goals, I do hope to graduate. My program is an accelerated program. It's only 16 months. So we started in August of 2022 this year, and we graduate in December 2023, pending we pass all our classes and validations and everything goes well. And my hope is to become a NICU nurse. I actually went to my mom's house earlier this summer. She actually told me about when I was a baby. I was a premature baby born between 29 and 31 weeks. And I was in the NICU for a long time just because I was so small. My dad, everyone said I was so small and I could fit in the palm of their hands. And she told me how the nurses would call her if she didn't show up for the day just to make sure she was gonna come to see me and spend time with me, and that she was strong enough to basically keep me. And she did. She was strong enough that she came to see me every day, even having to take the city bus and it was the nurses that inspired her to keep on going. And well, I turned out okay. I'm in nursing school, and I'm hoping to be one of those nurses that's going to inspire mothers to be there for their babies, to be as strong as their babies are, fighting in the NICU for their lives. Babies really can feel that. If you're a strong person and you're fighting for your baby to survive, they can feel that. Miracles do happen and babies do survive, and I want to be one of those nurses taking care of the preemie babies or the sick babies and getting to see them get better and discharged from the hospital. I want to be a part of that care of helping a young baby get better. That's my whole purpose. So that's pretty much my nursing journey to this point. Like I said, it is my dream and where I want to be. This is my first video, so I do plan on uploading a lot more. I do plan on being consistent. I won't have a schedule yet, but I will. I'll do blogs, definitely some beauty things, because I love doing makeup. I'm the one that does go to school with makeup and my hair done and trying to look cute for no reason. And of course, a lot of more nursing school content, vlogs. Hopefully you'll get to see some of my friends that I go to school with in my study group, and just kind of how I navigate life, and we'll see. So please subscribe, hit the like button, and comment below. Thank you.
Keep it 100.